All right, so AJ, if you're not going to pay all the way up, who's like another solid week 1 option?
Absolutely. Looking under the 7K spot here, I think James Robinson is almost a lock going up against this, disastrous Texans defense. He should see the bulk of the carries, could even be get some targets in the passing game as well. If you really want to go further down the list and not even pay up that much, you could look at Damian Harris for New England at just 5,200. Again, this is another guy that should see the bulk of the carries. We expect he'll get more touches with Mac Jones under center. So either one of those guys. But for me, I think James Robinson going up against Houston is nearly a lock for DFS lineups this week.
Pearce, do you have another solid week 1 option that isn't too pricey here?
Joe Mixon will save you some money. He's an intriguing DFS player. He's let people down in the past. But, the Bengals offensive line, I guess, couldn't get any worse. So there's an improvement there. And Joe Burrow is probably going to relieve some of the pressure in the box, maybe possibly open up some lanes because teams are going to now have to honor the passing game with the Bengals. And Minnesota struggled against the run last year. I understand a lot of that was because they had injuries and they had some players opt out, so they will improve some, but how much will they really improve? And this game looks like it's going to be close. It's supposed to be a close game, and even if the Bengals do get stomped, as the Bengals sometimes tend to do, he's a third down running back. We're going to see some P. Ryan, but there's no Giovanni Bernard. He's going to get a lot of snaps. The PPR in a blowout can get you there. Also, if it's a close game, I've got to imagine Joe Mixon is a big part of that. So there's a lot of scripts that work for Joe Mixon in this one.
All right, Kenny, if you're not paying all the way up, who are you going with?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a surprise because I think that people in season-long drafts targeted Chase Edmonds, but my pick here is James Conner. He's up in a great matchup against Tennessee, down the middle of the NFL in defensive DVOA against the run. And you also, look at the amount of fantasy points that they allowed to the running back position last year. James Conner, I think, is a very good pick here. I think that he is going to be the guy to lead this Cardinals backfield as the every down back. We've seen it in years past with Chase Edmonds, someone near and dear to my heart as a fellow Fordham Ram. For whatever reason, Cliff Kingsbury doesn't want to use Chase Edmonds every down. He wants to use him on passing downs. He wants to mix him in as a change of pace back, although he's very talented. So I think that the Cardinals will land on James Conner as their first down, second down back. I think this is a game where it'll be, a slow pace. I think that we'll see a lot of running in this game, and I think that it'll be very close. So I think that James Conner at $4,500 is a very, very good bargain here for the amount of volume that you'll get from him.